Aye. Okay, the next item is the item that Selectman Archinsky and myself brought forward, a resolution supporting the police department. I'm going to hand it over to Tony.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to take this off just for a second, and I appreciate the chief staying for this. So the way this came about is Jesse and I just happened to be passing, and with all of the things that have been happening, in light of the events that have happened around the country, particularly in response to the George Floyd incident, there has been a major push for police reform legislation in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. While some of the reform measures make sense and can only strengthen our goal of providing the best police services possible to our residents, some of this legislation doesn't target bad cops. What it does is it punishes good cops, and I'm sure that the chief will agree with me, and it may endanger their lives. So after spending most of my adult life as a police officer in this town, I can tell you that I have never ever seen a Dracut police officer abuse his power or call anybody a racial epithet. We have a professional police department that administers justice in a fair and impartial manner. They go to work every day with the goal of coming home safely at the end of that day. I pray that the final legislation that's before the legislature now being decided doesn't handcuff the police or endanger their lives. Jesse and I both thought that it was important to let the men and women of our police department know that we support you and we appreciate your hard work and the sacrifices that you make every day. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and after the board discusses this, I would like for the clerk, we're going to get her busy tonight, I would like for the clerk to read the resolution that we've come up with.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Tony. I'll echo all your statements. It's well written. I believe it's a bold statement from this board. It's timely, and it's very important to let our department know that we have their back.
Mr. Chairman, may I?
Yes.
I absolutely agree. I've been a lifelong Dracut resident, and as a private citizen, any type of activity that I've had with the police department has always been respectful. They've been caring. They've been ready to help anytime they can. And now, as a member of this board, for just 6 weeks, I've already received really positive feedback about the police department, and also really high praise about Chief Chappett and the job he's been doing as a leader. So I am really, really proud to sign, and I want to say thank you to you and to your entire team of men and women for risking your lives every day, for always having our backs, and I think it's really important that we always have yours as well. So thank you.
Ready to read? Sure. The Town of Dracut Board of Selectmen, resolution relating to support of our police department. Whereas it is recognized that in the recent months we have seen protests around the country in the wake of the deaths of George Floyd and others, and whereas, as a result, recent legislation aimed at sweeping police reform to include fundamental changes in civil service process, collective bargaining, labor management, and qualified immunity for our police officers. And whereas the Dracut Board of Selectmen has witnessed our police officers perform to the highest level of professionalism throughout the last several months, during which Massachusetts has suffered through a pandemic, civil unrest, and economic shutdown. And whereas it is recognized by the Dracut Board of Selectmen that our officers have always been sensitive to issues of fairness and justice and have responded with care and compassion to all members of our community. Be it resolved that the Dracut Board of Selectmen's support for the men and women who serve this town in the police force is unwavering. And be it resolved that the Dracut Board of Selectmen wish to convey that we stand with our police department in solidarity. Given this 11th day of August, 2020, Board of Selectmen, Town of Dracut.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, do I have a motion to adopt?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. Very good. Well done. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you so much.
We'll get you a copy of that, Chief.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.